Emmett Till, a terrible, killing that really many people credit with starting the civil rights movement. He was killed in Money, Mississippi after having whistled at a white woman at a convenience store.
He's a teenager, right?
He was a teenager, 15 years old. And it was in 1955, which was earlier in the years. In the summer of that December, the Montgomery bus boycotts began, Rosa Parks, and that's really where a lot of people think the civil rights movement hit its stride. But Emmett Till's mother showed his coffin in Chicago, open casket, showed his mutilated face. And we talk about the power of pictures now and then. That's really what kind of changed the whole flow of the civil rights movement, when people saw the brutality that was carried out on this 15-year-old boy. Well, it was done with the testimony in a courtroom of an all-white jury. A 21-year-old woman was allegedly whistled at by Emmett Till, who bought some gum. She went back, told her husband and his brother went out and killed, or his brother-in-law went out and got and killed Emmett Till. Well, the testimony in the trial that took place that summer, this woman, Carolyn Bryant, who was whistled at, who is now 83 years old, gave some testimony that was not heard in front of the jury, but was heard in front of the courtroom, and then entered into the record of the trial, even though the jury didn't hear it, graphically said what this boy did to her and said to her. Now she's recanted. She has said that she didn't do it. Of course, Till is dead. Till's mother died in 2003. Miliam and Bryant, who were acquitted of the crime, died earlier, and now today she has said, for a book, that she made up that entire testimony.
Well, I'm glad she'll be prosecuted for lying on
Well,
her
there
oath.
is a statute of limitations that has expired unless it was murder, and she wasn't one of the murderers. She was causal, and they don't even know where she is now. This interview was taken 10 years ago, and she's kind of disappeared again. She was remarried twice since it happened. Anyway, it's an important story. People should read. There's some great books about it. One is coming out that has her testimony in it. Devery Anderson wrote a book about the murder and how it started the civil rights movement. Yeah. And I think it's important that we talk about that black people have not gotten a fair shake in court yet in America, usually.
Yeah, and obviously what happened, the torture and the murder, wouldn't be acceptable regardless. The fact that she said he whispered something profane at her, I'm sure it incensed the people who heard it. And it's the sort of thing, when you hear about this, you then think, well, in all these other cases where this happened, the numerous, countless other lynchings that happened, was the same sort of thing going on. But regardless, from my point of the testimony, I mean, finding out that after they tortured this guy, they murdered him, they were acquitted in less than 1 hour.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane, the history of our country. But that's a history that a lot of people on the right want you to ignore. Just don't talk about it. Don't talk about it, and its perhaps lingering consequences.
And there was a white wall in the South. You argue about a blue wall in the rest of the country, and it hasn't been penetrated in a lot of these cases. And when you hear this, man, unbelievable.
We need independent media to make sure that we hold corporate media accountable. The people that can make that happen is you. You make the Young Turks possible. tytnetwork.com/join. Join us. Be the revolution.